Let me ask you a question. When you fall short, when you made a mistake, when you didn't speak up in the meeting the way you intended to, when you didn't take action on that one project that really matters to you, what do you do? Do you push yourself harder and criticize yourself like, oh, I'm so stupid, I should have known better? Or do you freeze like a deer in the headlights because you really have no idea how to move forward from here? Or do you tell yourself you're not good enough? And actually, the one thing you want to do is hide because there are feelings of shame coming up. So, permission to be human. This is often how we react as women when we fall short. You can see here that the one reaction that's not included on this slide is actually to hold yourself with kindness, right? And that is the topic of today's mini training. So, welcome to how to be self compassionate without becoming lazy. Because honestly, I'm a passionate believer, and I know it's actually a fact. It's not even a belief, it's a fact, neurobiologically speaking, that being kinder to yourself is what will help you move forward. It's not beating yourself up. Hi, my name is Marjolin, aka MJ. I'm an ICF certified empowerment coach. I bring 18 years of corporate leadership experience. I'm also a leadership facilitator for big corporates. And I have a certificate in applied positive psychology. I could go on. But the one thing you need to remember about me is that all the work that I do is fueled by a promise I made to my dear best friend Ronette, who passed away nearly 6 years ago. I promised her to share her kindness in this world by helping women to be kinder to themselves first. So let's dive into this. What do you say to someone you care about? It could be your best friend. It could be a colleague at work that you really value, or it could be a loved one. What do you say to them when they are going through a tough time, when they are beating themselves up, when they are scared? Do you tell them like, oh, you really suck? Like, really? You didn't speak up again? Or you're so lazy, you really should have taken action. You've been talking about this project for so long now. When are you gonna finally take action? Right? Do you beat them up, not yourself, but are you being harsh on them? No, you're probably not. You're probably holding them in kindness and understanding and empowerment by saying things like, you know what? You tried, you did the best that you can. And I know and I believe in your capacity to make this work. That's what we say to our friends. That's what we say to our best friend. And that's what Ronette has told me, to be kind to myself. I've internalized her voice, her self-compassionate voice, and I give that to myself on a regular basis. So what do you say to yourself? Do you beat yourself up, or do you hold yourself with kindness, right? And we are programmed, our brains, and I will also say society has programmed us to beat ourselves up. It's our default. And yet when we do that, we stay stuck. Like this turtle is stuck in a lot of trash that's floating in the ocean. When we beat ourselves up, we are putting strings around our own neck, figuratively speaking. We have those strings that are holding us back from swimming freely, from taking those steps that we really want to take in our lives. So being hard on yourself is not what is going to help you move forward. What is help you take action is actually being compassionate to yourself. But there are some beliefs that we have. There are some myths, some lies that we tell ourselves about self-compassion. The first one that I often hear from the clients that I coach is that I want to be a strong woman, and a strong woman is not soft in self-compassion, right? She is tough and she pushes herself through the things that she wants to achieve. Another lie we tell ourselves is that it is selfish. Like, I am here to care and give to others. What if I am compassionate and kind to myself first, like I put myself first? No, that's self-centered. I don't want to do that. And it's a lie, because you can do both at the same time. And the third one is that if I am kind to myself, I'll become lazy. I'll just be super complacent and self-indulgent, and I'll lay on the couch and watch Netflix for hours, right? And that's also a myth. And all of these myths are based on the misunderstanding of what self-compassion is. Because we believe self-kindness is the nurturing side of it, and only that side. And we forget, or we maybe don't know, that there's an other element, which is the bold self-kindness. So let's dive into this. Nurturing self-kindness is where you talk to yourself with a kind voice, like you would talk to your best friend. Nurturing self-compassion is also giving yourself permission and time to take care of your mind, body, and soul, to rest and recharge without feeling guilty. That's a very important element, without feeling guilty. Nurturing self-compassion is also giving yourself the space to be with your emotions, not pushing them away, not dwelling in them, right? But simply sit with them and allow whatever it is that you feel to come up without judgment. And then the other side is the bold self-compassion. It's where you say no to that extra project, where you set your boundaries, where you ask for what you need, you reach out to someone, like, could you please help me with this? Where you ask for the promotion or maybe the raise. Is where you actually stand up for yourself. And when you know what is empowering to you. So maybe it's not the Netflix, maybe it's not the scrolling on Instagram, but you, deep inside of you, you know that going on a walk is really what you need right now, and you will actually do it. That is bold self-compassion in action. So I don't believe in fearless. I don't believe in the courageous people that we might look up at. I don't believe that they're fearless. They have fears. We all do. But the thing is that they have the fear and they do it anyway. And that is really what bold self-compassion, what it boils down to, and what I want to give to you. So those two sides, the nurturing side and the bold side. Here are 3 practices for you to implement on a daily basis to help build self-compassion. The first one is to journal on, what am I grateful for myself, right? Or to myself. So it could be that I'm grateful that today I took a walk instead of binge watching Netflix. So it is really, it boils down to accepting and to celebrating yourself for what it is that you have achieved today. And it can be the small things. It doesn't need to be a big achievement. Second daily practice, what do I want versus what do I need? Those are 2 different things. The scared part of you that wants to stay in its comfort zone, wants to eat more chocolate, guilty as charged, that would be me, wants to scroll more on Instagram, because that's a way to numb and to just not having to take action. And it's to understand that there's a difference between what you want and what you need. And what you need might be calling a friend. What you need might be exercising or taking that walk, and then taking action on that. The third daily practice is the reframe. It's to shift your thinking. And I am not talking about, I don't have what it takes, I'm amazing, I'm a superstar, okay? That's not working, because your brain is not believing I have what it takes and I'm a superstar, right? So that's gonna even have a negative impact, because you're gonna switch back to, I don't have what it takes. So the reframe is using wording that your brain can actually believe. So maybe it is that I am learning to embrace my strength to take those steps, or I am learning to understand what it is that it takes to build a podcast, right? So it's this bridging affirmation that helps you see that you have the capacity to take those steps. You're not there yet, and yet you're starting to work on this. So these 3 daily practices are a gift from me to you. Please take them to heart and see what it is that works for you. There's a bonus one, which is, if you really want to feel great at the end of the day, what is one tiny baby step that you can take today? And that will make you feel proud and fulfilled and motivated when you go to bed tonight. Because let's be honest, the worst way to fall asleep is to beat yourself up like, oh, I haven't done this, I should have said that, whatever I said in that meeting was completely ridiculous. And it's a horrible way to fall asleep. And a better way to fall asleep is to be able to be proud of one little thing you did. Maybe it's one email you've sent. Maybe it's one conversation that you've had. So that's why a mega act of build self-compassion is to take a tiny step every day, a tiny, tiny, tiny step. Because the alternative is to stay stuck in this cycle of self-criticism. And then you start to feel the shame, and then there's only one winner, and that's procrastination. And from that, it's really holding you back from taking the steps that you want to take to live the life that feels fulfilled to you, and when you will feel so much more joy and energy. So this is what we've covered today, the 3 myths of self-compassion, the yin-yang of self-kindness, those 2 aspects, and the 3 daily practices. So if you're ready to take a first step, a first bold self-compassionate step, book your empowerment call with me. I cannot wait to see you there.